Alright guys, here we go. Here's the box of Crown Royal. One box totally certified. Two box totally certified. So I'm going to go through the Crown Royal first. I'm going to go through this kind of quick. There's 240 cards in the box. The video will be way too long. It will take forever and a day to upload if I go through each individual card and separate it in each spot. Empty box. All the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a big box. Almost there. Last pack. Alright, here we go. Tony Gonzalez. Atlanta. Reggie Bush, Miami. Michael Finley for Green Bay. DeQuell Jackson, Field Force for Cleveland. Calvin Johnson, Detroit. Percy Harvin, Minnesota. Carlos Dansby for Miami. Ahmad Bradshaw, the Giants. DeMarcus Ware, Dallas, and Crabtree for San Francisco. Let's set those there. Mike Wallace for Pittsburgh. LaFell for Carolina. Jimmy Graham, New Orleans. Majestic Motion, Donald Brown for Indianapolis. D'Angelo Williams. Laurent Robinson for Jacksonville. Jared Allen, Minnesota. LeGarrette Blount, Tampa Bay. McCoy, Philly. Jackson, St. Louis. Williams, Buffalo. Charles Woodson, Green Bay. Peyton Manning, Denver. Field Force, J.J. Watt for Houston. Percy Harvin, Baltimore. Eric Decker, Denver. Antonio Brown, Pittsburgh. Alex Smith, San Francisco. Fred Davis, Washington. Gates, Chargers. Hester, Chicago. Brown for Indianapolis. Roddy White, Atlanta. Eagles, McNutt. And then one of the heavy cardboards. Lewis, Jacksonville. Ponder, Minnesota. Thomas, Miami. JPP, New York. Murray, Dallas. Dwayne Bowe, Kansas City. Mike Wallace, Arizona. Stevie Johnson, Buffalo. Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay. Eli Manning, NFL regime. Andre Johnson, Houston. Kevin Cobb, Arizona. Kenny Britt, Tennessee. Chargers, Matthews. Santana Moss, Washington. Philadelphia, Selleck. Gresham for Cincinnati. Jay Cutler for Chicago. J.J. Watt, Houston. Pivotal players, Greg Little. Fasano, Miami. Torrey Smith, Baltimore. Matt Stafford, Detroit. Randy Moss, San Francisco. Darren Williams, Kansas City. Jamal Charles, Kansas City. Patrick Peterson, Arizona. Titans, Jared Cook. Sproles, New Orleans. And Brandon Lloyd for New England. Another one of those cardboards. Green Ellis for Cincinnati. Pettigrew, Detroit. Owen Daniels, Houston. Tate, Seattle. Knicks, the Giants. Witten for Dallas. Spiller, Buffalo. Jennings, Green Bay. Revis, Jets. Majestic Motions, Andre Johnson for Houston. Jake Locker, Tennessee. Colston, New Orleans. Patriots, Aaron Hernandez. Macklin for Philly. Dallas Clark, Tampa Bay. Denarius Moore, Oakland. Marshall, Chicago. Reggie Wayne, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan for Atlanta. James Harrison for Pittsburgh Field Forces. Sue, Detroit. Foster, Houston. Doucette, Arizona. Romo, Dallas. Meacham for San Diego. Pierre Garcon, Washington. Ingram, New Orleans. Sanchez, New York. Little, Cleveland. Haran for Cincinnati. And a Pay Dirt Materials rookie material jersey card, Ruben Randall. Stand up for a second. Poslunsky, Jacksonville. Peterson, Minnesota. Lewis, Baltimore. Austin, Dallas. Davis for San Fran. Hali for Kansas City. Hester, Chicago. Brown, Indy. Roddy White, Atlanta. Pivotal players, Andy Dalton for the Cincinnati Bengals. Gronk for New England. Dalton for Cincinnati. Lewis for Jacksonville. Hayward Bay, Oakland. Matt Flynn, Seattle. JPP, Giants. Turner, Atlanta. Fred Jackson, Buffalo. Jordy Nelson for Green Bay. Big Ben for Pittsburgh. Pivotal players. Jones, Atlanta. Devon Best, Miami. Joe Flacco, Baltimore. Helu, Washington. Rivers, San Diego. Freeman, Tampa Bay. Mario Williams, Buffalo. Charles Woodson, Green Bay. Peyton Manning, Denver. Marshawn Lynch, NFL regimes for Seattle. Ponder, Minnesota. Thomas, Miami. Bolden, Baltimore. DeMarco Murray, Dallas. Dwayne Bowe, Kansas City. Alex Smith, San Fran. And she's falling off the pile. Santonio Holmes, Jets. Big Ben, Pittsburgh. Fitzpatrick, Buffalo. NFL regime, Steven Jackson for the Rams. Thomas, Denver. Palomalu, Pittsburgh. Steve Smith, Carolina. Michael Vick, Philly. Sam Bradford, St. Louis. And Victor Cruz for the Giants. Jackson for Cleveland. Peppers, Chicago. DeLon Carter for Indianapolis. Riley Reef for Detroit. Another cardboard. Breeze, New Orleans. Wes Welker, New England. AJ Green, Cincinnati. Kendricks, St. Louis. Carson Palmer, Oakland. Sidney Rice, Seattle. Brandon Marshall, Chicago. Reggie Wayne, Indianapolis. Matt Flynn, Atlanta. Randy Moss, NFL regime for San Francisco. Adrian Peterson, Minnesota. Ray Lewis, Baltimore. Sue, Detroit. Davis, San Fran. Hali, Kansas City. Romo, Dallas. Ingram, New Orleans. Sanchez, Jets. Greg Little, Cleveland. Pivotal players, Anquan Bolden for Baltimore. Another Palomalu for Pittsburgh. Smith, Carolina. Poslunsky for Jacksonville. Bradford, St. Louis. Cruz for the Giants. Miles Austin for Dallas. Nelson, Green Bay. Holmes, Jets. Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh. Fitzpatrick, Buffalo. Best, Miami. Flacco, Baltimore. Thomas, Denver. Rivers, San Diego. Freeman, Tampa Bay. Vick, Philadelphia. Kali, Indianapolis. Turner, Atlanta. Jackson, Buffalo. Majestic Motion, AJ Green. Cam Newton, Carolina. Blaine Gabbert, Jacksonville. Julio Jones, Atlanta. Marshawn Lynch for Seattle. Eli Manning, the Giants. Helu, Washington. Green, Jets. Cribbs for Cleveland. Matt Forte, Chicago. Field Forces Ed Reed for Baltimore. Robinson for Jacksonville. Allen, Minnesota. Brady, New England. McCoy, Philadelphia. Jackson, St. Louis. McFadden for Oakland. Mike Wallace, Pittsburgh. LaFell for Carolina. Jimmy Graham, New Orleans. Josh Cooper for Cleveland. Last stack. This better have the auto. It said one auto per box. Decker, Denver. Brown, Pittsburgh. Williams, Carolina. Fred Davis, Washington. Gates, San Diego. Blount, Tampa Bay. MJD for Jacksonville. Tebow for the Jets. Yeah, Mohammed, I'm not even going to try to say his last name, for Cleveland. Robert Meacham, some sort of die cut for San Diego. Fitzgerald, Arizona. Johnson for Tennessee. Gebhardt for Minnesota. Vincent Jackson for Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, Philadelphia. Steve Smith, St. Louis. McGahee, Denver. Redmond, Pittsburgh. Olsen, Carolina. Antonio Brown in Majestic Motion for Pittsburgh. Ray Rice, Baltimore. Von Miller, Denver. Matt Schaub, Houston. Frank Gore, San Fran. Matt Castle, Kansas City. Malcolm Floyd, San Diego. Sean Green, Jets. Josh Cribbs, Cleveland. Matt Forte, Chicago. Austin Collie, Indianapolis. Tom Brady, New England. Cam Newton, Carolina. Gebhardt, Jacksonville. McFadden, Oakland. Lynch, Seattle, and Eli Manning, New York Giants. There wasn't an autograph in that box. It stated there was one autograph per box. I wouldn't even have bought the retail.
Stop it.
Yep, stop that recording.